Don't you love it when things are both easier and more affordable? Like when the rain washes your car for you. Or like when you save up to 10% by bundling your renters and auto insurance with USAA. Bundle with USAA and start saving. Get a quote today.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength, Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins, and Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Hey,
Coach, welcome to April.
April already.
I know.
We have spring break this week, so the town is empty.
Oh, really? We just had it, and then, and we got dumped with like 4 feet of snow or whatever it was. Crazy. I know.
Saved it up for the last.
I'm hoping it's starting to turn a little bit green here, so we can only
Groundhog's Day turnout, though. You shouldn't have any more snow, right?
I know. You shouldn't. Yeah, when we drove to Florida over spring break, it was tornadoes we were driving through. I needled it right through the storms. It was perfect, but I'm not sure how I did that.
And when did you get out of your NCAA bracket? How many weeks ago? Or did you pick UConn?
I had UConn in the Final Four. I did not have them winning.
Really?
Yeah, I had them in the Final Four, but I didn't have them winning it. I didn't have them in the finals either. Anyway, we should do a whole podcast on officiating after watching the women's game.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch the women's game?
I did. Yeah.
I don't usually say bad things about officials, but that game was not officiated well.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't let the girls play at all.
Yeah.
You can't do that in a championship game.
No.
Yeah. Be a while before they get another game, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Twitter's not being kind. All right. So, Coach, why don't we tell our listeners about our exciting news? Because this is what Coach Collins does on spring break. Rather than laying on the beach, I'm thinking about this kind of stuff. But
I tried not to engage you.
I know you did. And I was like, we got to talk. We got to get this going.
When you're down and you're not thinking, you're about your regular routine stuff, right? I'm the same way. So that's when I read books and take notes. So
I know.
Yeah, totally agree. No, I mean, this is an idea we hatched a while ago, and now we're just kind of running with it, going live.
Probably 2 years or a year and a half, at least.
Right? At least when we started talking about this podcast, so definitely a year.
Yeah.
Well, the whole idea behind the podcast, right, is to help youth coaches, and we thought, well, what additional help do you need? Right. So
you need assistant coaches, which we can't help you with. Sorry.
We can't be there. We can't run your practices. But we can give you the right tools. And that's really what we're launching at coachingyouthhoops.com. It'll be everything you need in one place. A ton of resources, all organized in a roadmap. No more searching around YouTube looking for crazy drills. We have it mapped. We're going to hear user feedback. Did it work? Did it not work? We'll tweak things in there based on, the feedback that we get. But I know when I was a youth coach, the hours that I spent just grabbing things from every place, right? And then putting a practice plan together. You don't even have to think about that. We'll have practice plans available. It's pretty.
We build it. So I always tell Bill, I'm a basketball coach, and I've been pretty successful. I think I know the game of basketball, but I tell Bill, I said, it's like me going to my son's baseball practice.
That's right.
At 2:30, I was freaking out because, my 9-year-olds are showing up, and what are we going to do for baseball practice? We're going to take that all out. We're doing a pre-launch so you can get in before it goes live. It's going live, I believe, May 3rd. We're going to do a launch party, do all sorts of cool stuff. But if you want to get in now and lock your price in, it's live. I told Bill, I said, we got to get it live by Tuesday when I'm laying on the beach. So
he was laying on the beach. I was getting the site live.
Yep. I'm going, we got to get this live. We got to get this live. We got to get it going. So we want to hear from, and trust me, from someone that launched a very successful site at teachhoops.com. The beta members you're the golden nuggets. I'm telling you, you get our personal attention. We're going to listen to your feedback, what you want, what you don't want. But we'll give you everything in that bucket that you need to become a better basketball coach, a better youth basketball coach.
And we even sweeten the pot a little bit if you sign up before May 3rd. All right.
Yes, it is.
Doing, Steve?
We're giving an IC3 away. We're gonna have a drawing for an IC3. So if you don't know what these are, they go onto a basket. I think they're like $600. Dr. Dish has always been a great sponsor for me. So if you sign up by May 3rd, and you get in before the launch, get in that kind of pre-launch step. We're going to put everybody's name in a bucket, and then we'll probably maybe do it on a podcast or do a live.
Well, what do we do it the day? When we do?
We'll do it. We'll do it the day of the launch, May 3rd. Yeah. Yes, done. Yep.
Do you have to be present to win?
You do not have to be present to win, but you have to have signed up by then.
That's right.
Because everything's going to go live the next day. And it's great. I've had two of those. I've had two. Everyone knows if they've listened to any of my podcasts, I got 3 Dr. Dishes, and I've had 2 IC3s. They're both at school now because I use them for camp, but they're awesome. They're basically this huge net that goes around. You hook it up, the ball comes out. It's not a mechanical one like the very expensive Dr. Dishes, but they're great.
But if you're outside
perfect. And you can leave it up all summer, or if you're in the warm weather. But anyway, so coachingyouthhoops.com, go over and check that out. I would jump in now. You will never, I'm gonna tell you, you're never going to see a better price than in the next month. Because I've seen the practice plans, I've seen the content we're putting in. If you want to get in now, and even if basketball season doesn't start for you until November, if you're listening to this, you're probably pretty serious. You want to get in now. I'm just being real. Like, as I'm wearing my Cubs hat.
Because of the launch, I got so excited, and maybe I jumped the gun. But I have I do a lot of camps and clinics for the young kids, and I haven't coached an actual team in a few years because I have the high school team, right?
Right.
I decided to coach again the grade school girls. So,
my cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled, but stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
This episode is brought to you by Cadillac. When you have 4 new tires, every drive feels fresh. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get 1 for just $1 during the Cadillac Certified Service Fresh Start Tire event. Visit Cadillac.com/service offers or see dealer for full details. At participating U.S. GM dealers only. Highest or equal value tire will be $1. Offer ends 5/31/2025. Not available with other offers.
No.
Yeah. It's a little travel team. I'm super excited though, because I'm
I
like,
bet you're excited, but how are you still married? If I told my wife I was going to coach a youth team, I think she would.
oh, really? Oh, no, she loves it. I was surprised. I mean, at first she didn't. I mean, this was years ago when I first started, it's gonna, you know how it is.
Yeah.
But no. Because she knows how passionate I'm getting about it and how I'm transforming lives. She really, I mean, so it's cool.
Yep. Anyway,
Plus,
jump in.
Wait a second though. What is our mission of coaching youth hoops?
To affect 1 million players.
Positively impact 1 million players in 10 years. So we're going to do that by educating the coaches.
We are. Yep.
All right. We're super jazzed. Get in there, check it out, give us your feedback. Site's not perfect. There's probably a little spelling mistake.
Oh, there'll be a lot of boo-boos early, but that's why it's a pre-launch. You're getting in. You're going to help us find the boo-boos. Yep. All right. So what's today's topic? Today's topic is I should talk about it's about burnout, isn't it?
It's about self-care. It's about taking care of yourself as a coach and not doing too much, coach.
Yeah, I know. This was not planned. That wasn't planned what I was saying before, but you're right. It's like it's hard for me to turn it off.
Yeah.
You know the one place I turn it off? Disney.
Oh, interesting.
It is weird. It is weird. Like I go to Disney World, I ain't answering emails. I'm not like maybe once a day. I'm like off. That's the one place in the world I can. Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I can definitely see that though. There's so much other stimulations at Disneyland.
Yes, that's the issue.
You're Disney World. I'm Disneyland.
Yeah. So Disney World is 43 square miles. I learned that recently. Is that crazy?
How many times have you been?
Couldn't count.
Really?
Couldn't count. No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Multiple, like double digits, easily double digits. And now I'm done with kids because my daughter's going to college next year.
One of those guys.
And so here the next thing is my godson is in 3rd grade. So I'm taking him in October. I'm sure he doesn't listen to this, but I'm surprising him and we're taking him. I just need to take a young kid. Like I can
take my daughter anytime. She will go with you. She won't care. That's where she also gets out of her comfort zone. Hey, Steve has a ticket for you. I'll fly you out there. He's going to take you around Disney.
Done. Oh my God. When you see me in Disney, I'm like on a mission too. I know exactly. And I've got everything. It's like, anyway.
Have you been to Disneyland?
I have, but it's been a while. It's probably been 25 years.
Well, when you do those clinics out there, we'll make sure.
We'll get into doing the coaching youth clinic. So that's coming at some point. But here's how I avoid burnout. Here's how I do.
Yeah.
So I haven't really we have our Slack going with my coaches, but I really kind of take a step back for about 3 or 4 weeks from my team. So I think it's important to take a step back from your team and kind of reflect and regather. So that's one way I do it. I try to walk and exercise as much as I can. I'm not as good. I'm going to get better. But that's another way that I can kind of reset my brain. And I try not to, when I go on my walks, I try not to listen to basketball stuff. So I'm listening to Conan O'Brien or Smartless or, Disney stuff. I'm trying to get away from that part because it's such a, I run a basketball business and I do podcasts. And so I try to turn it off when I'm doing those kind of things. So I think that's a good balance of, one of the ways that I do it, as far as a reset or a balance. But I think, and now that the lake house is done, I'll probably do more fishing. I'll go up and fishing's another way that I'm really, no one's bothering me
or something.
Yeah. So that's another way that I can I like getting, I think nature is a wonderful way. I tell my students and my players, I said, I was born in the perfect era. And they go, what do you mean? I go, smartphones and stuff didn't come around till 10 years ago or 12 years ago. And when I was growing up, it was you missed a show, you missed a show. If you didn't see Happy Days on Tuesday, you didn't see it. Maybe there was a rerun in the summer. I was outside playing. I was doing things. And I think they've lost that. So I think nature is a great way to deal with that burnout. I really do. Get back.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the one thing that I found recently is talking to other coaches on the phone.
Interesting.
And the reason is they understand what you're going through, and they can sympathize or empathize with you, right? And it's sometimes, you get it off your chest, whatever, the frustrations or whatever of a season. And, again, we're talking grade school season. It's, sometimes it can be tough, and you still have, the issues with the parents and the kids, and understanding the kids, and plus juggling life, right?
That's where our Facebook group would come in handy for the coaches that are listening.
Yeah.
Coaching Youth Hoops Facebook group. Go over and join it. I'm just telling you, the discussions in there are rich.
Yeah, they really are. They're really good. I mean, some of the stuff, exactly what we were talking about, you can see that some people are letting frustrations out, but they're doing it in a very polite, asking a question like, how would you react to this, right? There's a lot of topics on there about, talking with parents, looking at, lopsided games and how you would or wouldn't approach the coach. That was a recent one that got a lot of hits on it. But yeah, I think that building that support network of like-minded people that have been there and done that with you, either mentors or coaches or whatever it might be, unless you're going to therapy. Some of us probably need some therapy after this.
I'm married to a psychologist, so I'm set. What do you do to relax other than that?
Exercise, definitely. Get on the bike, go out for a walk, take the dog for a walk. That's my go-to, because if my brain is idle, it's going, and I'm thinking about the coaching stuff. But if I'm out for a walk or lifting weights, I drift in a good way, right? I might be listening to some music and just focused on the workout that I'm doing, if I'm on the Peloton or what have you. Yeah, that's definitely.
Llévate más de lo que esperas todos los días con el nuevo McValue en McDonald's. Ahora puedes comprar uno y sumarle otro por $1. Así que cuando tu equipo favorito enfrente a sus rivales, enfrenta tus antojos con $5 Meal Deals. Y si estás corriendo para alcanzar el desayuno, corre al app para llevarte ofertas antes del cutoff. Tú decides, y con McValue, tu decisión siempre rinde más. Precios y participación pueden variar. BOGO $1 válido para un producto de igual o menor valor. Debe estar registrado en Rewards para ofertas en el app.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Definitely the way I deal with it.
And I was kidding before about assistant coaches, but as a youth coach, if you can find someone, they need to know nothing about basketball.
That's right.
It's another helping that will help with burnout. I always had great assistants when I was kind of coming up with the youth level. Because like going back to the baseball, but they can just throw batting practice, so they can do something. I mean, just another set of adult hands can help you. If you're doing it by yourself, that's when I got there was a point where I was coaching my varsity team and I was coaching a youth team that couldn't find a coach, and then my son's team. So I was coaching 3 teams during a season.
That's a lot.
It was like, I don't know how I did it, to be honest with you at the point. But it was just me. It was me by myself. It was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I think that kind of, and again, finding support, finding a mom or a dad that will help you with the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like the rides or the meals or all of those things. In your initial parent meeting, anything you can get for help will help the burnout.
I think another one too that I find myself doing is, or not doing enough, I should say, is recognizing accomplishments that are other than wins and losses, right? You can't base your success on the win-loss record. You could have a very successful season and not win a game, and vice versa, or win every game and not have a successful season. So I think just taking a time out and say, you know what, I, as a youth coach especially, Derek got so much better, right? Yes, Ryan, that was a shout out to you because I know you listen to this podcast. Ryan's my buddy. He listens to the podcast and he makes comments on me when I was talking about IHOP. And he wrote me. Remember I was talking about IHOP a couple podcasts ago about the cost? And
were you ripping on IHOP? I don't remember.
Well, no, I just paid like $70 for breakfast. And it still irritates me, as you can tell. He texts me and said, $70 isn't that much. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm thinking to myself, and it hit me. I'm like, oh, he listened to the podcast. Anyway, but yeah, just the time to reflect on your journey. And did you have a positive impact on the individuals? Did, maybe your worst player get just a little bit better? Those are the successes that you need to focus on, not the win-loss record.
Right. I agree. All right. Anything else with burnout?
Man, just know your why, I think, is maybe another important. Why are you doing this? Who's it for? What, why did you decide to do this? Because nobody else was stepping up and doing it? Are you, if that's the case, you need to find another reason to keep going, and to remain positive during the season. Because, my daughter is in a perfect example. Daughter's in lacrosse right now. She's playing lacrosse. So she just did basketball, high school, and then now she's in high school lacrosse. Well, she's like, oh my gosh, I only have 3 games left. And it went so fast. I'm like, well, basketball, you have 2 huge breaks in between. You got Thanksgiving break and you have Christmas break. Right. So it extends the season. You have 26 games that you play, at least through high school, right? But even at the youth level, you might have 10 or 12 games, but you still have them spread out from October through February.
Right.
That's a long season.
Right.
So, managing that time and you have to remain positive for those kids. Right? That should be your one goal.
Yep. Do not be their last basketball coach.
Don't be their last. You always say that.
Don't be their last basketball coach. All right. And if you're feeling really burnt out and you need a little bit of help and you're worried about those practice plans, let's circle back to coachingyouthhoops.com.
Go there.
Let Bill and I help you. Let us help you. We know. We do know. All right. Till next week, Coach.
Till next week.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.